So I recently covered in a video that we got a leak from 4chan talking about Mortal Kombat 12 leaks and details and plots, and now we got a Mortal Kombat leak for the 30th anniversary game that we could be getting, so let's dive right into it. Of course, as in past videos, I'm going to go through the leak and then I'm going to give my thoughts, and love to hear your thoughts on the comments below, so let's get to it. So it's titled Mortal Kombat's 30th Anniversary Plans, of course by Anonymous, our lovely Anonymous from 4chan. God, I love this guy or girl, whoever they are. But let's start off by saying, hello all, I'm a playtester for NetherRealm Studios and have seen how antsy the MK community is for some new content that isn't hot garbage. Hot garbage. Looking at you, Mortal Kombat 2021. Ouch, was it hot garbage? I don't think it was garbage, was it? Was it? Oh, I don't know about that, but moving on. Well, I'm bringing you all some good news. To celebrate Mortal Kombat's 30th anniversary, NetherRealm Studios is re-releasing 3 of the most beloved games in the franchise for modern consoles. The collection is called Mortal Kombat Treasures and compiles Shaolin Monks, Unchained, an updated port of Mortal Kombat Deception, and Mortal Kombat 9 and a blood-soaked love letter to fans. Now this is interesting because, we've had a lot of leaks come out last year that talked about what the possible 30th anniversary could be. We thought it could be more of like an HD collection, which is more of like Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, and possibly Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, kind of packaged in like that. And then we also thought maybe it could be, a packaging of Mortal Kombat from 2011, Mortal Kombat 9, 10, and 11 together, and more of a remaster, kind of bringing them up to the level of next-gen, all next-gen consoles, and, more complete in that story. But now we have, another package to consider as far as Shaolin Monks Deception, they're calling Unchained, and now Mortal Kombat 9. So that's an interesting group of games, and I think that's kind of a good mid-range, if you would. You get some more classics with more recent. I know 2011 is, 11 years away. It was 11 years ago, but in my mind, that still seems recent compared to like Shaolin Monks or Deception. So, but it's kind of cool that I could be down for that. I could be down for those 3 games we packaged together. So it goes on to say that Unchained and Shaolin Monks are general remasters with online capabilities, which is nice, while the Mortal Kombat 9 port has received some new content. NetherRealm Studios truly understands that Mortal Kombat 9 is a beloved and important title in the franchise, and the Treasure version of the game has a ton of cool new features. Let's get to those new features. So the netcode has been improved thanks to the GGPO model that has been in place since Mortal Kombat 10. And I'll be honest, I had to look that up because I was not familiar with GGPO. While I play video games and I talk about video games, I am no developer. I leave that to the people I read about on Twitter and Reddit, whoever. I let them do the talking and understanding for me, and I read and they decipher for me. So, and reading about that, it has to do with basically timing of your moves and what you see on the screen, and if it doesn't translate because of gaming or networking, coding or issues, this feature will allow you to call rollback, and when you give your inputs, it will still try to show it on the screen. That's my loose understanding. If I said that wrong, you can of course at me in the comments below, but that's my loose understanding of it, and I think that's pretty close. So moving on, it says while balancing across the roster has been tweaked so characters such as Cabal and Kenshi don't dominate tier lists anymore. Oh, what's wrong with Cabal and Kenshi dominating tier lists? I mean, can't the blind ninja with the cool sword that could be potentially played by Keanu Reeves someday not, keep dominating tier lists? For anyone worried, the game's speed and combo routes are identical to the original release. For the casual fans, there's even more to unpack. That's cool. Semi-casual fan here. Player versus AI versus mode was implemented. In addition to the missing PS Vita skins were restored. So I looked up because I had a PlayStation Portable, which Mortal Kombat Deception was for like the PlayStation, Xbox, PlayStation, I think it said GameCube, PlayStation Portable, which I had. I didn't have that game, but I had other games, and I had to look up for Vita because that's obviously the newer version of that handheld console. And I think I counted 16 various. It was like Ermac, Kenshi, Melina, Noob, Cybot, Reptile, Scorpion, Scarlet, and Sub-Zero. There's some various skins that they have you can unlock in missions. So it's kind of cool that they'll bring all those to this Mortal Kombat Treasures. Let's see what else it says. He or she goes on to say, Goro, Kintaro, and Shao Kahn are all also playable, but in order to be used online, both players must agree to allow them to be selected, kind of like how Injustice 2 required both players to consent to competitive mode to be enabled. Okay, I could see that being beneficial because, I mean, I know Cole Young was able to take out Goro in the movie, but generally in past games, Goro, Kintaro, Shao Kahn, they're typically heavy hitter, characters, and so if you have people that always play as them and, use them to dominate other players, I could see where the player wants to make sure they know what they're getting into. I know me personally, when I would play Mortal Kombat 2 on my Game Gear, yes, the Game Gear, I always had a hard time battling Kintaro. That's just me, but that was back in the day. All right. He goes on to say that the bosses all have their own animated endings, but no alternate costumes. I love animated endings. I love that better than the, still pics, but I love both, but I like animated endings better. And he says, finally, 2 new characters are added to the roster to complete the trilogy vibe, Tremor and Cyber Smoke. I never personally got into Tremor. I thought he was an interesting character, but I never played with him personally. Cyber Smoke was always cool. I know we have the human version in MK9 or the 2011 version, but I always thought Cyber Smoke was kind of cool looking. Both these characters have new designs and movesets, in addition to a classic skin. Tremor's classic skin is in the vein of the Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 ninjas, while Cyber Smoke's is in his appearance from Mortal Kombat 3, which both looks I like. So, of course, the MK3 ninja skin is going to look much like all the ninjas, just with different colors. So you had blue for Sub-Zero, yellow for Scorpion, green for Reptile, red for Ermac, you had purple for Rain, and now you'll have brown for Tremor. And then Cyber Smoke, again with Cyrax, yellow, Sector, you had red, and now Cyber Smoke, he's going to have like that kind of gray purplish skin. And then, let's see, he goes on to say, the collection is set to release on October 8th, the exact date of the 30th anniversary. That's all I've got. Have a good one, everyone. Interesting. So I know that, October 8th, there could be any possibilities of things that could come out for the 30th anniversary. We've heard all kinds of things so far. We've heard about the HD collection. We've heard about some type of packaging of some type of trilogy. We have also heard about a completely new game, either a Shaolin Monks 2. We've heard about a Shaolin Monks remaster. We've heard about Mortal Kombat Ragnarok. We've heard about all kinds of things. And those are all topics in past videos that I've talked about. You can check out more videos on my channel if you want to get into that. But it's just kind of interesting to think that, a lot of these leaks, they come from either developers, from past employees, now play testers, just insiders. It's interesting to think that, what could we actually get? I like this idea. I think this would be a cool idea. I think whatever we get on the 30th anniversary, it should be something that celebrates the franchise and gives fans, something new to be excited about while we wait for Mortal Kombat 12. Nobody wants this game or subset of games, whatever this is going to be, packaging of games, to be the replacement for Mortal Kombat 12, because we know Mortal Kombat 12 is probably coming. But I think that this would be a kind of a good way to kind of give fans a little nudge that says, thank you for being fans. Here's something that we want to show appreciation by. I mean, think about all the Halo remaster games that they have out, and people love those. So why not give fans something with Mortal Kombat? So what do you think about this leak? Of course, all leaks are taken with a grain of salt. I love when I have people comment on my channel and talking about, oh, another leak, just something more to talk about. Yeah, it's Mortal Kombat news, it's Mortal Kombat rumors, just something to keep the juices flowing until we get some concrete stuff. But what do you think about it? Let me know in the comments below. And that's it for this video, guys. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you want more videos like this one, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'll be covering Mortal Kombat movie news, Mortal Kombat 12 news, Mortal Kombat 30th anniversary news, on top of all other topics, movie reviews, comics, tech, gaming, all kinds of stuff. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of that. And I'll see you guys next time on the Mashup.